everyone, glad to welcome you to this video series. In this video, we shall be looking at how to protect your computer, creating safe workspace and workplace, and MDM. MDM stands for Mobile Device Management. To walk you through this is Dr. Ignatius Obaga. After watching this video, you will be able to explain why it is important for you to protect your computer and computing devices. Describe the various threats to the computer and computing devices. Discuss the various computer maintenance techniques we have. Explain in clear terms what workspace and workplace safety is all about and the associated hazards. And finally, you'll be able to discuss in details what mobile device management, MDM, is all about. Looking at the picture by the right-hand corner of this presentation, you'll be able to understand what computer protection is all about. And you see the burden of having physical protection, and equally understand that computer is facing a lot of threats. Such threats include physical threats, that is stealing, burglary and all that, virus threats, malware, and hard drive failure. This is why it is very important to do everything you can to protect your computer and your files. Safeguarding against malware. Now, malware is any type of software that is designed to damage your computer or gain unauthorized access to your personal information. You have to note the highlighted words or the keywords in this definition. The first thing is to damage your computer, and the second one is to gain unauthorized access. Now, you have to try as much as you can to prevent this, because their interest is to damage it or to gain unauthorized access. And to do what after gaining unauthorized access? It is to steal your information. And this malware could come in form of virus, worms, Trojan horses, and spyware, something that monitors you and gives information to your enemies. Now, most malware is distributed over the internet, and it is often bundled with other software. It means that most malware come as an attachment to some application or some certain things you download from the internet. And that is why you have to trust the website where you are downloading from before you can carry out whatever activities you want to. Because you may download something that will crash your system totally. And the best way is to do what? Install antivirus. When you install antivirus software in your system, then it will help to notify you when you are about to install a virus-infested program or a virus itself. And some of this antivirus that can help you to do this magic includes Bitdefender, Norton, Kaspersky, and Avast antivirus. We have SmartDAV and other kinds of antivirus software. So it depends on the one you want to use, but make sure you use the licensed copy, because antivirus, as I've told you, will help to prevent malware from being installed and also remove malware from your computer. Like when you run scan, like this picture we have here, you see that it is scanning, and whenever it discovers virus, then you can now authorize it to remove it from your computing device. Another method of safeguarding your computer and the data therein is backing up your data. Now, you can imagine if the computer you have been using since your year one or since you started your postgraduate studies went packing after use. What will you do? What will be your fate? You see that even if you are able to recover that system, that is revive it, that most of the data you have there will be lost forever. So you can do well by backing up your data either online or you back it up externally on a hard drive or other physical backup medium, as we have discussed in the previous video. Though the both backup methods have their ups and downs. For instance, if you back up on an external drive or some physical devices, then you can lose it, or you can damage, or it can be damaged, or someone stole it. So something like that could happen. But Try as much as you can. If you are backing up offline through external drives, then you should make sure that you keep it in a secured location. Then if you back up online, then you should try as much as possible to remember your username and password. We have some drawbacks of it. Another one is taking time. During your first backup process, time that it took on the day of your initial backup. Other means through which you can protect your computer is to ensure that the files and folders are not clustered or unorganized, because when you have clustered folders or files, then it will be difficult for you to locate either the file or folder that you are looking for. Second one is to remove unwanted files, because when you allow them, they will fill up your hard drive, thereby slowing down your computer performance. So every program that is not useful, remove them, and from time to time make sure you flush down your recycle bin, because the deleted files are always stored at the recycle bin. So from time to time go there and flush it. Then other means through which you can equally use to improve your computer's performance by removing the unwanted file is to make sure that you delete your files. You can do this manually. Then second one, you can run the disk defragmenter. Defragmenter is on your computer disk space. Then running this can help you to clean up temporary files that are stored up in your disk. The final step that you can use to clean up is to run a disk cleanup. This is a window that is included in the control panel. It scans your computer for temporary files and other files that can be deleted. Creating a safe workspace. Now the question is, what is workspace? A workspace is that place that you stay and do your work. It could be your office, it could be in your shop, that is your business place. It could be in your house, like those that work from home. That particular place that you stay and do your work is your workspace. So you have to make it safe. If you make it safe, then it is for your own good and for the good of the device you are using. So computer health is important, but your own health is also very important. And when you are using computer to carry out your activities, you do a lot of repetitive actions, like when you are typing, when you are using the mouse. You are using some part of your body to do it, but most of them are repetitive in nature, like the wrist, the neck, and the back. These are mostly the places that are mostly affected when you are doing the work. And of course, there's no how you'll be working with the computer without looking at the screen, either your phone, without looking at the screen. And most times, it strains you, the eye is affected. So to minimize this risk, you should take a few moments to make sure that your workspace is arranged in a comfortable and healthy way. Make sure that there is a good lighting condition, it is airy, so that there will be no much heat sink. You understand? And of course, you know that all these devices emit electromagnetic rays which are harmful to your body system. How to avoid injury in workspace. The first task begins with the developers of this equipment. If they're able to give us good design, then it will help to improve our productivity. So that is where it starts. Then the second task is now on the users. And there are ways to do that when you are working with computer. The first thing you have to do is to adjust your chair properly so that it will be able to support some part of your body and also give you good sitting position. Then the second thing you have to do is to keep your keyboard at a comfortable height. Don't place it too high or don't place it too low. Make sure that it is at the equilibrium where your comfort is guaranteed. Then the next thing is to make sure that you keep your mouse close to the keyboard. Look at the image by the right here. And also ensure that the monitor is at a comfortable distance. Don't keep the monitor too close to you or too far from you. look at this image by the right. It should guide you. Because when you are comfortably seated in a conducive environment, then you will be able to work harder and do more. Then another method that you can use to avoid injury in workspace is to avoid cluttering. That is making sure that your workplace is clean. Don't overload your workplace with so many junks, because it will make you to either enjoy yourself or always looking for something that you're not supposed to look for. So always arrange your workspace to be neat. Then take frequent breaks. Don't just sit in your computer from morning till evening. From time to time, take some break, walk around. You understand? Because that will help to stretch your bones. Then avoid eye strain. Make sure that you look away from your monitor from time to time, because as I told you earlier, that the monitor emits an electromagnetic wave or ray into your eyes. So from time to time, you have to exercise the eye, that the clustered rays in your eye can be wiped off. Then finally, stand up and walk around to avoid sitting in the same position for a very long time. Of course, programs such as Workspace can automatically remind you to take a break. If you install it in your computer, when it is time for you to go for break, it will alert you and possibly close down the system to enable you go for exercise and come back. Mobile device management, MDM, in workplace. Mobile devices are prone to many of the same attacks as other devices, but there are mobile specific exploits such as the malicious apps and rogue wireless hotspots. So in an organization, there are policies on how you can use the organizational devices, where you can use it. Because let me use the rogue wireless hotspot for instance. If you are using an organizational device and you see a free hotspot broadcasting, and you decide to log into it to do one or two things, without knowing that that particular hotspot you are getting is a malicious one to harvest your data, and eventually they were able to capture your login details. Of course, you have compromised the security of that particular organization. So mobile device management refers to the practice of enrolling, configuring, and securing portable devices in the workplace. Though some vendors use the term to solely describe smartphones, but it also applies to tablets and laptops. So it's not only on how to manage mobile devices like your phone. Your tablets and your laptops are equally inclusive. And the IT managers in the organization use MDM software to customize mobile device settings, enforce user policies, and enhance cyber security by granting access or denying access to certain devices or certain people. And MDM is both a software solution and IT management practice. I believe by now you can comfortably explain why it is very important for you to protect your computer and computing devices, describe the various threats to the computer and computing devices, discuss the various computer maintenance techniques, explain in clear terms what workspace and workplace safety is all about, and the hazards, and finally discuss in details what mobile device management is all about. Thank you so much for watching. I remain Dr. Ignatius Ombaga.